You see the screen. So if cussing bothers you, click the fuck off now. So, in this video, I just heard about a story which is not really that new, I don't think, but I just heard about it. And as you can see, this article is dated for March 4th of 2017, which is today. John McCain's campaign manager was arrested over pedophilia charges against young boys, and of course, the media has been silent. But that's no surprise, and I'm talking about the mainstream media. A wide-ranging investigation has been launched into allegations that a well-known Pueblo resident, and that's in Colorado, resident has molested many boys over the years, including most recently when he was the manager for Senator John McCain's presidential campaign office in Pueblo, Colorado. Under investigation is this dude, aka bitch, on the screen named Jeffrey Claude Bartelson. I don't give a fuck if I said his name. I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Age 52. He was arrested on January 29th and then re-arrested Wednesday, I guess this past Wednesday, after a campaign worker in the McCain office told police she believed Bartelson molested one of her sons. Now, ain't that some shit? He was originally arrested January 29th. We didn't hear this in the media, but again, I'm not surprised because remember, we're talking about puppet media. Sergeant Brett Wilson, who heads the Pueblo Police Department's Special Victims Unit, said today that there are several active investigations involving Bartelson. He said numerous boys will be interviewed by the two detectives who have been assigned full-time to the case. Because of the active nature of the investigation, of course, Wilson said he couldn't, give any details, into the allegations. But of course, however, in affidavits filed by police investigators in Pueblo District Court, authorities say that the most recent complaints follow a pattern involving Bartelson that dates back to 1982. According to Detective Daniel Anderson, Bartelson has usually positioned himself so he is around children, which we know that's what they do. They're always around children. They want to gain the trust of not only the children, but also of the parents. So he's around, whether as usually as a scoutmaster or as a sponsor of the chemical dependency unit of Pueblo's Parkview Medical Center, which pisses me off. People that are really in need, and then you got bastards like this taking advantage. And of course, but that's what they do. They harp on the vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like basically people just like kind of defenseless for the most part. Or they feel, oh, they're not going to talk. Oh, and also at his church, or simply by inviting children to spend the night at his home, which again pisses me off. I don't know how many times I have to tell you parents this. Stop letting your children spend the night with mofos you don't know. I don't give a fuck if you work with them. I don't give a fuck how nice they are. It can even be family members. Don't do it just because. Don't do it. David Deal, chairman of the Pueblo County Republican Party, said today that although Bartelson headed the McCain campaign office in Pueblo, California, Colorado, Bartelson does not hold any position with the Pueblo County Republican Party. He attended a few meetings of the organization, but that was the extent of his involvement. That's what Dill said. Dill said he believed that Bartelson directed McCain's efforts in southern Colorado. Of course he did. That's why we ain't hear about this shit in the mainstream media. Motherfucker. And if you ever wonder why McCain's punk ass ain't been saying nothing about this whole, the child sex trafficking, Pizzagate, his ass ain't say shit. Stupid motherfucker. And you know why. Gotta look into his ass next too. There's so many people to look into, y'all. This is fucking ridiculous. The latest arrest stemmed from a report by a woman who worked with Bartelson in the McCain campaign office. According to the woman, she and a co-worker were planning in October, that's when he was, running, I think that was in 2010, in October, to attend a Sarah Palin rally in Colorado Springs, but wanted to travel to the Springs the night before. She told police that she mentioned a planned trip to Bartelson. Bartelson then offered to keep her 5-year-old son overnight in Pueblo and then drive up to Colorado Springs the next day and meet them there. And she accepted Bartelson's offer. See, again, I have a problem with that. Why? Why would you because you think y'all work together? That makes you trustworthy? Man, please. Please. And I'm about to go a little deeper and just something else, a little off topic, and I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, but we're going to keep staying on the subject this right now. The woman said that her son told her that while at Bartleson's home, Bartleson insisted on giving him a bath, during which he was sexually molested. Later said the child Bartleson forced him into Bartleson's bed, where he once again was molested. The child said that when he tried to get away from Bartleson, he kept pulling him back into the bed. The little boy was finally able to leave once the pervert bitch ass on the screen fell asleep. And that just, it upsets me so much. I feel so bad for the little 5-year-old boy that his mother, she cared more about going to some motherfucking rally or whatever the fuck she was going to than the safety and well-being of her son. To leave your and first of all, do people not look at people? See, this is another problem if I have with people talking about, oh, love everybody, oh, no, trust this person. This person did this good work, so, you know, don't even challenge or question some suspect shit. Look at this motherfucker's face. I'm sorry, because you can do the same thing to me. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, when it comes to your kids, please be judgmental. Don't just leave them with somebody else out of fear of offending a motherfucker. Please. You need to put your child's well-being first. Now, if you can't take your child with you, or you don't have the child's other parent, you know, somebody that you really, really trust that's a family member to watch your child, then your ass needs to keep your happy ass home with your child. To leave your child for a motherfucking co-worker is fucking ridiculous. And I think in situations like that, the parents need to be brought up on some type of charge as well. And when I say parent, I'm talking about the mother, because I ain't heard nothing about the boy's father, but I heard about the mother. So apparently she had at least the custody or whatever like that. She should be held responsible, because this is some bullshit. Once again, this is another situation that didn't have to happen. And another alleged victim, according to a police affidavit, said he met Bartleson through the Interfaith Hospitality Network and was molested by him when he stayed at Bartleson's home. Again, motherfucker still staying in his home. Who's unknown to him? And I don't know how old this victim was, but apparently it was definitely a minor. So I don't know if he was in his interfaith. I don't know who had the authority to approve such a request. You know what I mean? And unknown to him, the victim, until much later, he also was videotaped by Bartleson while he showered at Bartleson's house, the youth told police. You see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers up here recording and shit. People just being so too trustworthy. I don't give a fuck if you're a volunteer. I don't care if you're a volunteer on campaigns and hospitals, churches, wherever the fuck. That don't mean you're trustworthy. In my opinion, you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. And then you need to still question everything. I don't give a fuck if you still got my trust. If something don't look right, I'm questioning your ass. Simple. I don't give a fuck if I hurt feelings. Are you kidding me? At the end of the day, hurt feelings can be repaired. But when you molest a child and do shit like that to kids, there's no coming back from that. You can't erase that. Captain Dave Lucero of the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office said that Bartleson is being held on a $150,000 bond for investigation of sex assault on a child. Good. I'm glad his ass is sitting in jail, so, and I hope nobody raised any money to get his punk ass out. So I'm about to end this video. I want to share it with you all because you may not have heard of it. You're definitely not going to hear it on Puppet Media, so I want to bring it to you all the best way I know how. I appreciate you all listening, and I also want to say this. I know a lot of people got their panties in a bunch because I said something about Lord David Seaman. Okay? I still wonder if that's his real fucking name. But anyway, I've been getting attacked. I've had people, oh, I'm unsubscribing to you. I don't give a fuck, because this is my opinion. If you're going to unsubscribe from my channel and attack me off of one video because it's against somebody that you worship, you see how I said worship? Yeah, worship. Because anybody that defends a person after evidence is presented, no matter how weak you think that evidence is, you got issues and I don't give a fuck. But what you don't need to do with me is tell me you're unsubscribing. I got analytics on YouTube. I know how to read that shit if I fucking feel like it. I don't need you not only unsubbing, which is fine, because that's your, you can do that. That's your business. But then you don't need to jump in the motherfucking comments trying to attack me, and then not just me, then you're going to try to attack my subscribers. How about your punk asses do this? If you got a problem, email me, okay? Do that. But see, you probably won't, because trolls don't want their identity known. You're not going to do that. So what you're not going to do is attack me or my subscribers. You know, the real subscribers. Not you paid shills, not you trolls. And I'm going to call you that because anybody who unsubscribe based off of one video you don't like, you're a bitch. Let me tell you something. I'm subscribed to a lot of people on YouTube, and you best believe I do not like every damn video they do. Do I unsubscribe? No, I just choose not to watch that particular video because at the end of the day, a lot of YouTubers are like me. You do have different interests. You try and mix it up. I'm not, you can look at my channel from the beginning. I mean, it is what it is. I mix it up, but I'm also about the truth. That's why I chose to name my channel The Real Yvonne, and to clear something up, because I know some people think Yvonne is fake. No, that is my name. My first name is Shannon, okay? And Yvonne is the middle, okay? So don't even get none of that twisted. But there's a lot of motherfuckers out here named Shannon, but ain't nobody else named spelled Yvonne. E, 2 V's, O, 2 N's, E. Nobody. My mother did that on purpose because she knew I was special. Anyway, I'm being extra right there. But no, yeah, seriously, if you want to unsubscribe, that's fine. But what I don't need you doing is jumping in the comments, not only attacking me. Matter of fact, you can do that if you want once, and then you're getting blocked. But you're not going to sit there and go in the comments and attack and going back and forth with the subscribers who do support me. That's not right. We all have a right, you know, to disagree, but what you're not going to do is bully somebody into believing that your fucking Lord, your Savior, David Seaman, is the one that created all this shit. This motherfucker, let me tell you something about him. And I got another video, the last one I'm going to do in this motherfucker, unless something drastic happens with his ass, showing you even more evidence, because I've been accused of not showing enough evidence, or was weak evidence in the last video. That's cool. I get that to you. So it's even more because you know how I do. So like I said, you might not like the receipts. You might think they're weak, aka the ink is fading so you can't really see that well. Well, I'm about to give you some fresh, that roll tape you put in with the fresh ink type shit. Your ass could see it. But you also have to understand, motherfuckers that don't want the truth won't see the truth. I don't give a fuck if you have take a Kodak picture and hand it to this simple ass. If you don't want truth, you're not going to accept it. Okay? And as simple as that. You cannot defend lies. You can try, but then that makes you look just as guilty as the person that you're defending. I'm not by any means sitting here, don't get nothing twisted. I'm not discrediting Pizzagate per se, but now I see how a lot of other people feel. I don't really like them hashtags, because people like him, in my opinion, they are paid. They're paid writers. All these people are paid to do this. You have to understand, just like how Satan works. Remember when he tricked Eve? You know, he tell part truth and then lies. That's what Satan does. So for you to think, oh, David Seaman, he brought it out, but this motherfucker always talking about this, and this, but never show no type of proof. And y'all act like he brought all these emails out. No, motherfucker. WikiLeaks leaked those emails, not a David Seaman. Okay? He didn't leak it. WikiLeaks leaked it. Okay? You need to learn to use some common sense. And see, I'm not going to go too more because, like I said, I'm doing a video. But like I said, at the end of the day, that's fine. You want to unsubscribe to me based off of one video, and then you same people that's unsubscribing were the same people praising me and thanking me for exposing other liars. You were thanking me for exposing other pedophiles, for example. But then when I do one video on the person that you clearly think is your Pizzagate savior, you want to unsubscribe and try and attack me? Fuck you. That means you wasn't a true, real subscriber anyway. And then you motherfuckers want to say, oh, and I donated to you. Okay, that's good. But then you implying like I lied about something. I didn't lie about nothing. Did y'all see? I always show proof. I have no problem with the screenshot. I don't like people who say shit like David Seaman do, and they have no proof. They refuse to show you any proof. Any proof. Because guess what? I'm going to tell y'all right now, if I ever, and I hope it don't ever happen, but if anybody ever tries to sue me, or I'm getting a lawsuit based off of this, you best believe my ass is snapping pictures and doing a video and showing y'all somebody's fucking suing me. That's the difference between me and a David Seaman.